I'm Paul Bubb, Director of Athletics at Western Illinois University. I know that some of you are still eating. Please go ahead and continue, but I believe it will go ahead and get our program started for the evening. It's my privilege at this time to welcome to the podium our interim president, Christine Mindrup, to deliver greetings from the university.
Good evening. Thank you so much, Paul Bubb. Let's give Paul a round of applause. He provides outstanding leadership for our Leatherneck athletic program. Good evening, everyone. What a great evening for celebration. I think that this is the time of year on a college campus. It reminds you what it's all about. The fall leaves, the crisp temperatures, and the chance to get together for events like these to celebrate our students, present and past. That's what this evening is all about. And it's truly an honor to stand before you tonight celebrating Western Illinois University athletes and our traditions that are associated with WIU athletics. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our Leatherneck coaches, dedicated staff, passionate fans, and loyal supporters. Your commitment and belief in WIU athletics is what propels us forward every day. To our past and present athletes, you embody the Leatherneck tradition of tough. Your hard work, perseverance, and dedication represent the very best of Leatherneck pride and what Leatherneck athletics is all about. And to our Hall of Fame inductees who are here this evening from all over the map in the United States, as far as I understand, in New Jersey, California, and all points in between. It's so great to have you here with your families this evening to honor you and celebrate this well-deserved recognition. You have set a standard of excellence that continues to inspire generations of Leathernecks. This evening is a celebration of all of you. Together, we are Leatherneck Nation, and we can learn so much from our athletes, their dedication to the institution, their perseverance, and their commitment to working both as a team and as individuals. We will continue to represent our institution and its mission through excellence in the classroom and in sport. Thank you all for being here this evening, and go Leathernecks!
I'd like to begin by thanking some people who put in countless hours behind the scenes to make this evening possible, and recognize them. Please, if you would, just hold your applause until I've introduced these. But first of all, and I would ask you to stand if you would, please. Our Director of Ticket Sales with Leatherneck Athletics, J.C. Miller. Our Athletic Office Manager, Carrie Louderman, who's been with us all of about 2 weeks right now. Our Assistant Athletic Director for Development, Dr. Taylor Onion, and our Associate Athletic Director and Senior Woman Administrator, Shelby Borchett. Thank you. I would also like to thank our friends from Sodexo for tonight's dinner, and from UTV who are mastering the video and audio for us this evening. It is an honor to be here and to celebrate the achievements and the contributions of the remarkable individuals that we honor tonight. They're prestigious, there is no question about that. And tonight, we gather not only to honor them and their excellence, but also to reflect on the memories and the inspiration they provided for us. As we look around the room, we see many familiar faces. We see some new faces as well. But I would like to recognize some different people that are here this evening. During dinner, you've had the opportunity to see different members of the Hall of Fame, and they've been projected here on the screen behind me. But I would like to ask those current members of the Hall of Fame to please stand at this time. Current members that are here this evening, please stand. The final group that we wish to recognize will be brought up shortly. But as we gather here tonight, let us not only celebrate their achievements, but also take inspiration from their extraordinary stories. Let us remember the greatness is not only confined in the past, but also to a select, but is all within all of us as well. The inspiration, the hard work, the dedication it takes to become a Hall of Famer, but to become an inspiration to those around us as well. At this time, I'd like to ask our MC for the evening, Rob Dengler, to come forward. Rob is the voice of the Leathernecks at Western Hall as well as Hanson Field, and has been doing our announcing for the past 5 years now? 5 years. So please welcome Rob Dengler.
Thank you, Paul. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rob Dengler, and it is my privilege to serve as your host for tonight's event. As the voice of the Leathernecks at Hanson Field and Western Hall, I've had the pleasure of witnessing firsthand the passion, hard work, and dedication that WIU athletes bring to their sports. Tonight, we celebrate those who have not only excelled during their time here, but who have made a lasting mark on Western Illinois University's athletic history. Let's begin our inductions for the 2024 WIU Athletics Hall of Fame. Our first inductee is Rich Lafnitzeger, whose wrestling career spanned from 1974 to 1978 and saw him become one of the most decorated athletes in WIU history. Rich was a three-time national qualifier, finishing third in 1978. That season, he earned All-American status at 167 pounds. In his career with the Leathernecks, he earned All-American honors twice. His dominance on the mat earned him national recognition and helped elevate WIU's wrestling program to new heights. Rich earned All-Illinois honors twice during his career and won the Leatherneck tournament in 1976 and 1978. Lafnitzeger finished his career with a record of 50 wins, 17 losses, and 3 ties. Rich's impact on WIU athletics continues to be felt, and we are proud to welcome him into the WIU Athletics Hall of Fame tonight. Please welcome WIU Hall of Famer Rich Lafnitzeger.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank my beautiful wife, Jane, who I met at Western, and my daughter, Laura, and family for being here tonight. Your support for me made this event great. I'd also like to thank Paul Bubb and athletic staff for hosting this event and making an award that I will never forget. Going to Western from 1974 to 1978 was a life-changing event for me. Sports and school were high on priority while I attended WIU. Coaches and teachers pushed us to hard to excel at sports and academics. This made me strive to excel in business and with my personal goals at WIU. Wrestling at Western also provided many other things that I am now aware of. Arthritis, stenosis of the neck, torn rotator cuffs, and torn meniscus. But at the end of the day, it was all worth it. I'm honored to be presented with this award, and I was blessed to be part of the Western Illinois University family. Thank you.
Our next inductee is a legendary figure in Leatherneck basketball history. Monzel Jackson. Monzel played for WIU from 1950 to 1952. His rebounding ability set program standards that remain unchallenged to this day. Monzel remains in second and third place in the record books for most rebounds in a single season, 467 in 1951-52 and 417 in 1950-51, and holds the single season rebound average per game record of 22.2. .2 rebounds per game in the 1951-52 season. That is absolutely stunning. Jackson also ranks third in program history with 16.7 rebounds per game during the 1950-51 season and fifth for career rebounds with 884. Monzel was named WIU's most valuable player as a sophomore and junior, and we would also like to note that Jackson played with the Harlem Globetrotters. Monzel's legacy lives on in the record books and in the memories of those who saw him play. Tonight, we honor Monzel Jackson and his enduring contributions to Western Illinois University basketball. Accepting the award on behalf of Monzel are two of his children, Wesley Jackson and Peggy Scott.
On behalf of our family, the Jackson family, and my father, who of course, is not here with us tonight. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for honoring him and our family. Thank you.
The 1978 women's field hockey team. This women's field hockey team enjoyed their best season ever as a program at Western in 1978. Coached by the legendary Kathy Veroni, the team won their first 13 contests of the season before finishing with a record of 15 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie. The team scored an astounding 40 goals on the season and posted 13 shutouts. While we celebrate the team tonight, it is worth noting that members of this team included standouts Cheryl Novak, the all-time scorer in the history of WIU field hockey, and Vicky Sama, the all-time goalkeeper in the history of the program at Western. The team enjoyed regular season victories over much larger opponents like Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois State, and Northwestern before moving on to the Illinois AIAW Regional, where they scored a victory over Wheaton College before falling in 2 overtimes to Northwestern. Tonight, we honor their outstanding contributions and welcome them into the WIU Athletics Hall of Fame. Please welcome the 1978 women's field hockey team. Would the members of the team come forward when I call your name? Jill Andrews-Jaworski. Margot Balanin. Chris Hansford. Barb Knapp Lindquist. Carol Lindsay Johnson. Mary Ann McCormick. Janet McKinley. Cheryl Novak. Sandy Steffens Crabb. Karen Strollo Miles. Leslie Taylor Jefferson. Mary Vakala. Assistant Coach Kathy Orban. And Head Coach Kathy Veroni.
First of all, I would like to thank Paul Bubb and everyone on the committee for thinking of the 1978 field hockey team for this cherished recognition. I also wish to extend my appreciation to the university for acknowledging our most wonderful sport, celebrating each of us and honoring the team and coaches. Records were broken, and these student athletes went on to graduate and become productive citizens in their own right. I'm so honored to have been a part of this team and to witness firsthand their caliber of excellent play. They represented this university with a high level of sportsmanship, great playmaking skills, and understanding the role of being a student athlete. It is certainly one of the most meaningful and personal honors a team could ever receive, and I am really proud to be standing here in front of you today on behalf of these 15 elite athletes. They represent a legacy of field hockey at WIU that began in the early 1920s. I saw dedication from them every day at practice and every game. You made me incredibly proud each game you took the field. Our assistant coaches, Betsy Stevenson and Kathy Orban, worked tirelessly to help each athlete play at her full potential and to blend their talents into a very cohesive group. Our players have been introduced, and if you'd like, you may go back to the table and we'll sit this one out together. Okay. Mary Vakala went on to become a United States Olympic trainer for 3 different Olympics. In Mary's words, as a team, we confronted and overcame numerous challenges together, whether enduring practices in the scorching heat, coping with tough losses that tested our resolve, or celebrating the excitement of a hard-fought victory. Each experience served as a stepping stone toward our ultimate goal and this moment today. Through these shared trials, we didn't just grow as athletes, we became stronger, more determined, more competent, more compassionate, and one extended family. But the other night, Mary, I was in town at a restaurant and we could have used your medical skills. During the meal, the waitress screamed, "Does anyone know CPR?" I yelled, "Well, hell, I know the whole damn alphabet." Everyone laughed except that one guy. Sorry for the language, but heck and darn didn't work there. The 1978 Western Women's Field Hockey team had the best season ever for the WIU hockey program. Their record was 15-4-1. The team scored that year 40 goals and posted 13 shutouts. And imagine, senior Cheryl Novak was the all-time scoring leader at Western, and Vicki Sama was the all-time goalie in the history of WIU hockey. Cheryl scored 22 goals, during that season, and Vicki saved 120 shots, allowing only 8 goals to be scored against Western. We were considered Division I West in American Intercollegiate Athletics for Women Championship Series. And Rob gave you a bit of history of the teams that we played, having regular season victories over Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois State, Principia, SEMO, Northwestern, Edwardsville, Lake Forest, Northern Iowa, Graceland College, and Indiana State. To explain a little more about our competition, there were no conferences. Our conference opponents were the state schools and qualifying through the state championship. We had to win against Division I schools for the state that sponsored hockey to advance to a regional tournament and then to move on to nationals. In Vicki Sama's words, as I reflect on my field hockey participation throughout the years, I am still in awe that we had some players on the team that never played hockey before playing at Western, and they played at such a high level. This team was one of the best teams that I played on, and it was the grit and determination that my fellow teammates showed that made our successes possible. Coaches and players often say the team is a family. That is so true. Family isn't always blood. It is the people in your life who want you in theirs, the ones who accept you for who you are, the ones who would do anything to see you smile and who love you no matter what. Friends by chance, sisters by heart. In Chris's words, I believe when one person on the team is having a tough time, everyone else picked up the slack because you all have the same goal in mind, to achieve. We all got along and cared about each other. There were no egos on the team. Like a circle, the pursuit of excellence has no end. As your coaches, Betsy Stevenson, Kathy Orban, and I salute your unwavering commitment to outstanding personal performance. Thank you for your commitment to excellence. And to the strong and compassionate trainers, Marcia Grant and Val Lindblom, we thank them for their commitment to your health and safety. None of us would have gotten here without the determination and courage of the women before us. The origins of field hockey can be traced to ancient Egypt, Persia, and Greece, but the game as we know it was developed in the British Isles, and in 1901, Constance Appleby brings hockey to America. The 1978 WIU team possessed great individual talent. They worked hard perfecting their individual skills and applying them to be interwoven with their teammates. So if one attacker was off, another would have a great game, and if the defense struggled, the offense helped by continuing forcing the attack. Jill mentioned that coming to Western to join such an amazing group of talented athletes was a dream come true for this Jersey Shore kid. I grew as an athlete, she said, and most importantly, as a woman. Coaches K.O., Betsy, and myself, we were also players at the club level. And we also were in competition at tournaments with our team, and I believe that helped them improve rapidly because Kathy Orban played in 9 national championships. And in her words, coaching this team was inspiring. We had seasoned athletes and worked tirelessly to develop the walk-ons into a winning, dynamic team. They never ceased to amaze me with their can-do and will-do attitude. Here's an example of a can-do attitude. 2 young boys walked into a pharmacy one day, picked out a box of tampons, and proceeded to the checkout counter. The man at the counter asked the older boy, "Son, how old are you?" 8, the boy replied. The man continued, "Do you know how these are used?" The boy replied, "Not exactly, but they aren't for me, they're for him. He's my brother, he's 5. We saw it on TV that if you use these, you will be able to swim and ride a bike. He can't do either one." That's a can-do attitude, by the way. Fellas, I don't recommend that, but a successful team has to learn to win. how to lose, to be resilient, and to learn it all on the field. That way you can live your best life. Combined, you can make a difference. There are so many ways to learn. Coaches must always find different and creative ways to teach. You win in life with people. It's about the people you surround yourself with and what they bring to the field, to the game, and to understanding that it is a team concept and they have to do it together. Never compromise your principles, never lower your standards. Believe it, have the courage and commitment to do your absolute best. From Carol, there was always a sense of teamwork and camaraderie, everyone accepting of everyone else. In Barb's words, the importance of continued support of participation in leadership of women's sports and athletics. Pee Wee wanted to add that she felt we were a team and had fun playing together. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. In life, there are moments that shimmer with a beauty and significance often unrecognized in the present. It is in the gentle embrace of nostalgia that we come to realize the true value of fleeting moments, transforming them into cherished memories. The laughter shared, the tears shed, the whispers of love all woven into the fabric of time. In Karen's words, and I think back about my hockey days at WIU and the Hall of Fame team of '78, I think back to some of my golden years. My memories are not only on the field, but in the van rides to the games, singing songs, meals eaten together, watching Star Trek with the team and falling asleep, and dressing up for Halloween. It would be a great night to see the ladies again that made up those memories. Both Kathy Veroni and Kathy Orban were big influences in those years and beyond. So only in hindsight do we grasp the profound impact of these simple, fleeting instances that shape our lives. So treasure each moment, for in its passing, it becomes a precious memory, a testament in the richness and depth of the human experience. These women have made lifelong friends at Western and have taken their education and team play into their respective professions and into other life's passions. Thank you, and let's give a round of applause to these talented women.
Our next inductee tonight is Frisman Jackson. A versatile wide receiver with experience as quarterback for WIU from 2000 to 2001. Averaging 20 yards per catch, Jackson is the program leader in career yards per catch, and his 1,041 receiving yards during the 2001 season rank him third all-time in program history in that category. Against Indiana State in 2001, Jackson had 286 receiving yards with 14 receptions, ranking second most in program history. During his time with the Leathernecks, Jackson was a 2001 All-Gateway first-team selection as a receiver, and in 2000, he was named to the All-Gateway newcomer team as a quarterback. After his time at WIU, Frisman went on to have a successful career in the NFL and continues his career in professional football as an assistant coach with the Seattle Seahawks. Tonight, we honor Frisman Jackson for his athletic excellence and his lasting impact on our football program. Unfortunately, Frisman cannot attend this evening, but please direct your attention to our video screen.
Good evening, fellow Leathernecks. Looks like my Letterman jacket still fits me after 20-some years. Unfortunately, my family and I cannot be there this weekend to attend the Hall of Fame ceremonies. I'm the wide receivers coach for the Seattle Seahawks. We have a game this weekend against the Atlanta Falcons, But I want to thank Paul and his staff for being so accommodating during this entire process. I want to congratulate the other Hall of Fame inductees, the family of Monzel Jackson, Jennifer, Rich, and the 1978 women's field hockey team. Man, I am so grateful for WIU. Not only did it provide me an outstanding education, it also was the place that I met my wife for over 20 years, Lindsay Hepner, who is also a WIU grad. I want to thank my teammates, particularly that 2000 Gateway Conference Championship team. Paul, that should be the next thing on your docket for Hall of Fame inductees. That was a heck of a team. I want to thank Don Patterson and Mark Hendrickson, my head coach and offensive coordinator. Those two men were instrumental in both my growth and development as a player and as a coach. I want to thank Mike Lucarin, who's a good friend and former RPTA professor, for accepting this award on my behalf. Thank you, Mike. My kids asked me to put on my WIU jersey. Doesn't quite fit the same. But I just want to say, go Leathernecks. Thank you.
Accepting on behalf of Jackson is Michael Lukarinen. Our final individual inductee tonight is Jennifer Charles Alexander, who left an indelible mark on WIU's volleyball program from 2003 to 2006. During Alexander's time in the purple and gold, Jennifer became the all-time digs leader with 2,343. She still holds 4 of the program's top 10 all-time single-season dig records, with the most, 663 in 2004, the second most, 628 in 2005, as well as the 5th and 10th most. Jennifer also has the most digs in a match, notching 41 on 3 different occasions in her career. Alexander was named a member of the All-Freshman team, as well as Freshman of the Year in 2003. Her accolades included being named second team all-conference in 2003 and 2006, and first team all-conference in 2004 and 2006. Jennifer earned Conference Defensive Player of the Week honors 11 times during her career at Western. Jennifer's leadership and performance helped elevate WIU volleyball, and it's a privilege to welcome her into the WIU Athletics Hall of Fame. Please welcome WIU Hall of Famer Jennifer Charles Alexander.
Good evening. I first want to start off by thanking Western Illinois Athletics and Mr. Bubb for the honor and privilege of being inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame. I want to take the time to recognize a few individuals that without them, I would not be standing here today. First, I want to thank my family and friends that have traveled today to be part of this special day. Oh, thank you. I want to thank my husband, who unfortunately could not be here today, as he is being the parent and cheering on our 14-year-old son at his football game and watching my oldest daughter cheer during her Big Brother's halftime. He has been my person and my supporter since we met here in 2003, my freshman year. He continues to support my dreams of being around volleyball, as he is the coach's husband to a high school and travel volleyball coach. Without him, I would not be able to do what I love, which is coach this amazing sport. I especially want to thank my high school coach, Debbie Clark. If it wasn't for her seeing me in 6th grade PE class playing volleyball and asking me this very question, have you ever thought about playing volleyball? My exact words back to her was, what is volleyball? She smiled at me, and the rest is history. People may not know from the age of 5 and up, I was a soccer brat. I love soccer. I thought I was going to graduate from Sycamore High School, play soccer somewhere. You would never have told me that I'd be doing anything different, but Debbie Clark saw something in me. From there, many years under some amazing coaches such as Wayne Keene and Eric Schultz, just to name just a few, molded me in the player that I've become. I also want to thank all my teammates. Without their love and support, I also would not be here today. They have made me a better person and player. But if it wasn't for this one coach that took a chance on me, I would not be here today. I want to take the time and thank my coach who is here today with me, Kim McKay. Thank you for taking a chance on a small town girl from Sycamore, Illinois. Thank you for trusting in me and giving me the opportunity and privilege of being your libero the last 4 years at WIU. I could have not have done it without you and my assistant coach, Steve Williams. Thank you for being the coach who motivates, inspires, pushes you to be the best that you could be, and never allowing you to do less. Without you and Steve, I would not be here today, and for that I will always be grateful to the both of you. Finally, I want to thank my amazing parents. Thank you for waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get me to early morning practice and sand training. Thank you for the early morning McDonald's runs before my weekend tournament so I could get my famous breakfast burrito. Thank you for traveling with me all over the United States so that I could play the sport I came to love. Without you, I would not be here today. I love you both with all my heart, and I'm happy that you were able to be a part of this with me. This award is as much for the two of you as it's for me. Congratulations to all the recipients and to their family. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to invite Paul Bubb back to the stage to share some closing thoughts with us.
If I can make sure that KV doesn't walk off with the rest of my speech. I never played for KV, but I have a feeling I've been on her team or I've been the person that's been coached by her as I've been here these past couple of years. And I do appreciate it, Coach. As we look at these extraordinary individuals, we see the embodiment of what it means to be a Leatherneck. Their dedication to their sport, their loyalty to their teams, and their commitment to our university have earned them a place among the very best here at Western Illinois University. And while their playing days may be behind them, their impact on Western Illinois University will remain and continue forever. Thank you to everyone here tonight, especially the families, friends, and supporters of these inductees. Your presence and support have been what has driven them and helped them through these times. To our 2024 Hall of Fame inductees, congratulations. If you haven't already, I encourage you to go ahead and open the sparkling cider that's on your tables and pour a glass. While you're doing that, Kim, I want you to know that I got a note from Tim Van Alstine that patted himself on the back for making a good hire. So, Gary, I don't know if you had anything to do with that at the time or not, but kudos to you as well. Inductees, you have earned your place in history, and it is an honor to recognize you tonight. To you, to those who preceded you into the Hall of Fame, and to those who will follow you, and raise our glasses at this time and salute you. Cheers to our inductees. I've started a thing that some of you may not know, some of you that have been here with me before do know, and because of our history and our legacy, the fact that we have been the Westerwinds, we are now the Leathernecks and continue. One of the things that the military background on that, if you didn't know, Ray Hansen, ex-Marine, was able to get the rights to go ahead and use Leathernecks, and we are the only Leathernecks in the country in Division I sports, the only team that's allowed to use a military nickname that's not military. And I like to pick up on that a little bit, and I think those of you that have known me before pull the rest of everybody through when I give my little saying right now as we finish up the evening. But certainly, today has been a great day to be a Leatherneck. Hoorah! Thank you all. Have a good evening.